What's up, besties? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button and drop a like for me and run it up in the comment section. Because what are y'all really doing? Okay. As you can see by the title below, this is about my time with a tech nerd. And the reason why I call him a tech nerd is because, yeah, we're gonna get into it. But yeah, y'all, let's get into the intro. All right, y'all. So for this guy, y'all, I don't know how we come up with these names, but we're gonna name him Sam. And he's getting that name because I don't even really remember what his name was. I don't at all. But Sam, he was like kind of like a built, like heavy set kind of dude. Like he was like fit. He was like slim, but kind of had like a lot of muscle and stuff. I want to say he was about 5'11", somewhere around that. I just know he was like just like maybe an inch or two taller than me, and I'm 5'10". But yes, so this was all right, y'all. So this was during my first year of college in Charlotte, North Carolina. So shout out to Charlotte. I actually moved back down here and out of the dorm in my own apartment. So yeah. So my first year and stuff, I was still like getting out there and stuff. At this point, I wasn't a virgin anymore, and we'll get to that video later. What happened? That's actually, no, I'm not giving y'all a clue which video that's going to be. Y'all can guess what y'all want to in the comments or whatever. But at this time, I was no longer a virgin or whatever. I want to say this was my second body, actually. So if most of you that follow me or whatever, and is within the community, y'all know that app, that little red logo app. Yeah. I might as well say it because everybody can put on, even the straights know what it is these days. I was on Jack'd. I was on Jack'd and Grindr, but this one came from Jack'd. So yeah, he was a stranger, but everybody's a stranger until you get to know them. Your friends start out as strangers. Heck, even your own family start out as strangers until you know them. But that is neither here nor there. Yeah. So this was like around the end of October of 2021. So I was just in my dorm and stuff, just chilling and stuff, and I was, just working on my homework and stuff and different assignments. Cause, child, freshman year, something else. But yeah, so I'm just chilling and stuff, and usually like every few days, cause I wasn't there on the app every day, but every few days I would hop on there and just like browse to kind of see, cause like I'm in a larger city, so it's a lot of play, a lot of pull, a lot of we could see what's out there. And in the area where my campus was, it still wasn't giving, but I would just like make sure that like my thing was like still active, just in case like somebody from further away like found me or whatever. So a couple days and stuff, me just hopping on and off the app and whatnot. I'm just chilling in my dorm, just working on stuff, and I hear the notification go off. I'm like,
that's suspicious. That's weird.
Okay. So I try to play it off like I wasn't that excited. I'm like, oh, like, I'm like, I'm like, oh, I got my first person to hit me up or whatever. So, yo, I was literally in there like, so excited.
So excited! So excited!
I wasn't showing it, but in my head, I'm like, so excited. So, I opened a message and, a lot of these guys just be so discreet and stuff, which I get it. Like me, like I don't want nobody with my business and stuff. And discreet is actually okay with me. It's the DLs, but we'll get into that later. But he was discreet, so he didn't have a face picture or whatever. So, you know, we chatting it up and stuff. And y'all, I wish I really could plug the messages, but we gonna get to that part. We gonna get to that part. Yeah, so we're just chatting and stuff, and like, you know, he's talking to me about like what was I like majoring in, what I was in college for, because I didn't know I was in college and stuff. And he was telling me his job, and I didn't really know too much. So I was like, you know, what's your name? So obviously he told me his real name, but for y'all, it's Sam. So Sam told me his name and stuff. So I was like, okay, nice to meet you and stuff. You know, I was telling him, you know, a lot about me. He was telling me a lot about him and stuff. And he told me he was kind of a little bit of a nerd. And I was like, you know, that's okay, because like, I'm a nerd myself. Sometimes I just don't show it, but especially when it comes to technology, I get into that shit heavy. And when it comes to like putting down facts and stuff, I get into that heavy. We was talking for a couple of days, and like I want to say we talked for all of September. So I met him in September, but we didn't like meet up until October. So every week, you know, he's like texting me and stuff and whatnot. And mind you, freshman year, that's not one of the colleges where you can't have your vehicle. It's just the vehicle that I had at the time, which was the infamous Porsche. Porsche was not going to make it to North Carolina from Northumberland, Virginia. It just wasn't going to happen. No. So Porsche had to stay home. And yeah, so I didn't have a vehicle to get around and stuff in Charlotte. So I was taking Lyfts and Ubers, mainly Lyft, because Lyft to me is kind of like better. I had a lot of like cheaper options or whatever, but whatever. We're not promoting them because they're not sponsoring this video. One day we just texting and stuff, and he was like, you know, he really wanted to like see me and stuff. And, you know, I was all caught up with my work and stuff, and I ain't had nothing to do. So I was like, I told him, I was like, well, I don't have a car and stuff. He was like, I'm about to order you a Lyft. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my God! Wow!
I was like, I could afford to Lyft, but we ain't turning down no free rides. So, I was like, well, give me a second, because like I gotta get ready and stuff, like, because I knew something was gonna go down or whatever. So I had to get ready and stuff, and like I know I'm going through this kind of like quickly or whatever, but yeah. So I got ready and stuff, and I was like, okay, you can order the Lyft or whatever. You know, I'm ready and stuff, and I made sure I was good, and that thing was good. Yeah. So I went away there, and like those nerves kind of coming back. Whenever I link with niggas, I just get nervous. So I'm like, dang, this is my first time meeting him in person. This could be like I'm not even gonna get those details because I don't want to get like whatever on YouTube or whatever. But so I went away there and stuff, and I'm just a bunch of thoughts just racing through my head of different possibilities, like what this dude could be, like he could be like, or you know, some crazy person. I don't know. So I get to Sam's apartment, and y'all ever get to like somebody's apartment complex and automatically become like dumbfounded, like you don't know where to go, like you got all these complexes and stuff, and you look for the building number, can't find the building number. So it took me about a good 5-10 minutes. I'm like, dude, you should have just came outside to get me or whatever. I'm trying to figure out my Lyft driver. He over here driving around in circles and stuff, trying to figure out where to drop me. I was like, just let me out right here. So I'm just walking around, constantly walking around and stuff. So he stayed on like the second floor, so he was kind of like he was at the stairs, and he was like over here. I was like, okay. I thought he was gonna wait for me to get in, but he went back inside. I guess the nigga said it was too cold for him. So I get upstairs or whatever, and I thought like, you know, he had the door still like kind of open for me or whatever, but he didn't. So I pressed the doorbell. He had like a little Ring camera, so I'm like, cool. You know, he got a little Ring camera. I don't know, just small bits of technology, just like it does something for me. So he opens the door, and I'm like, oh wow, like you look better in person. Like the picture was giving, but in person was like, oh wow, like okay. So at this point, my nerves done shot all the way up again. I'm like, yo, so I'm nervous. So I walk in and I'm like, yo, what is going on here? Like it was literally like paradise. Like I was like, yo, I gotta move in here because like when I tell you he had technology everywhere. Of course he had like the basics. He had this big ass flat screen TV. He had his PlayStation, his Xbox. He had the Nintendo Switch. He had a Wii. Just all types of different like gaming systems and stuff. And I was just like in awe. And then like he had the surround sound. And he had everything. I'm like, he even had a little Roomba robot. What else he had? He had like different like the automatic dispensers for like his soap and stuff. Like whole house just teched out. Everything was like tech for the paper towels. Like just I'm going crazy, starstruck. It's like a kid in a candy shop. Like I'm like, yo, like what's this? What's this? What's this? What's this? And then everything was so neat, organized, and like chef's kiss. That's what it was giving. And I did not want to leave. I didn't want to leave. He had an Alexa. I gotta whisper that because that hoe in there. I got one too. She be in there listening. So I gotta say her name silently because that bitch be listening. But yeah. So he had one of those. He had a Fire Stick. He even had a little projector and stuff. Mind you, this all in an apartment. And his apartment was big. Like talking about like bougie. Like I'm like this nigga. But I won't even think about the money. I mean, at the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, he gotta have money because all this stuff is expensive. But I was just more so into the tech. That's what got me. I don't even care if he was dead broke, had all this stuff, whatever. But I was literally just walking into Winter Wonderland, honestly. So I go to sit on the couch. He's on the long couch, and I sit on like the short couch, like kind of away from him. Going like, you know. I gotta warm up because I'm still nervous and stuff. He's like, why are you sitting over there? I was like, oh, no reason. He was like, okay. So he puts on a movie and stuff, and we watched a movie. I forgot what movie we was watching, child, because I was busy staring at him. And he would catch me every time. Every time he's like caught me like staring at him, he would just like had this big old like smile and smirk on his face. And then he was like, just come over here. So I'm come over there and like I'm just like, you know, laid up on him and stuff while we watching the movie and stuff. And the movie is like we chill. Like that was like the longest time to chill. Oh, note that I got there, I want to say like 8, 9 o'clock, whatever. This is important. So watched the movie. The movie wasn't long. The movie was like maybe like an hour and some change or whatever. It was like a short movie. So we just sat there and we was still talking because we was talking like kind of a little bit during the movie, but we talked even more after the movie was over and stuff. He was like, well, what do you want to do? So I was like, I don't know, because like right now I'm just like staring at your face because like the face card was really given, was really tea, and like I was like, I just don't want to stop looking at your face. Like the sex stuff and stuff like kind of went out the window. I was just like, I'm kind of like trapped in the gaze with you right now, and you're not making no better every time you like smile and stuff. He was like, well, let's go to the room. Go to the room, and y'all. If y'all got virgin ears or y'all ain't trying to, you know, it's not a video for you. Click off or whatever. But if you want to stay, go ahead and stay. Mm-hmm.
You want to know what? No, I am going to leave.
So we go to the room and stuff. And we just like chilling in his bed and stuff. We still talking and whatnot. So as we talking and stuff, he just go ahead and just grabs my shirt. And I was like, oh. And he was still talking. He's like, no, keep talking and stuff. So I'm still talking and stuff. And he literally just stripped me down. I'm like, yo, like, what's going on? So he done stripped me down to the naked bone. To the naked bone. just strip me down. So I was like, okay. And then he stripped himself down and stuff. And he was like, yeah, just keep talking. I was like, okay. But I'm over here, I'm cheesing, and it's hard to get my words out because I'm like this nigga just. So, I'm just talking to stuff. Like, I really don't remember too much of the conversation that was going on because I was just like kind of just trapped in like his. It was given like he was a siren, and everything just like kind of stopped, and I was just stuck. So, yeah. So, so I was like, okay, we were really about to get into this. So he was like, all right, I'm ready. And so I was like, ready for what? This dude picks my big ass up, tosses me on the bag like a sack of potatoes, y'all. I'm like, yo, what? And he just, shout out to y'all tops that are oral because y'all just don't know what that does for a bottom. And I'm a verse bottom, so I do both, whatever. And I still be out here messing with females and stuff too. But that's a story for later. There's always a story for later. But yeah, shout out to y'all because it does something for us. Because yeah. Whew. So he starts going to work and stuff. I'm like, wait, because I'm like, his was doing it like so good. I'm like, yo, like, you gotta stop because like, I want to hurt. But he didn't stop. He kept going. He kept going and going and going. I was like, wait. Climax through the roof, went, going. And then after that, he's still going. And I'm like, yo, at this point, I'm shaking. I'm like, yo, what is you doing? Like, what did you do? So after he did that, he was like, okay, now that that's out your system, he made sure I got mine first. So, of course, he's like, just starts rubbing all over on me and stuff and touching me here, touching me there, and here and everywhere. Like, he was like more so focused on me. He won't even worry about like fucking me or like me giving him some top. I was like, okay, he's really paying attention to details of every part of my body. And y'all, when I tell y'all, it was like time was going in slow motion. Every time I looked up, a whole hour went by. But it felt like it was only 5-10 minutes. Whole hour. And remember I said it was important to remember the time that I got there. So if you don't remember, rewind. Go. Mm-hmm. So y'all, I swear, I gotta hurry and get me a camera. Because this story here irritating. I had to switch back to my main, well, not my main phone, but the main phone I record on. But, yeah. This is hard, especially after you don't finish the damn story time. I had to keep coming back. Like, there's gotta be a better way. But yeah, right before the video cut out, I was like, it was his turn. So, you know, I basically returned the favor. That's so corny. Not I returned the favor. But I was like, okay, so I wanted to tell on him and stuff. And let's just say that Dom got down. Like, you know, Dom don't ever disappoint. It always gave what it was supposed to give. So he climaxed and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I was like, you did it to me, so I'm gonna do it to you. So I kept going. After that, he was like, wait, stop. Like, nigga, like, tears falling. Just crazy, like. And then a whole nother hour went by. So I was like, damn. Because he had a clock in his room, so every time I like lean my head back, I was like, oh, damn. And so I'm like, this nigga was tripping me out the whole time. Because, like, how is this nigga? He decided to flip me again. Like nothing. I'm like, you had to have been like a nurse or something. You got to have worked in the medical field or something. Something where you just picking my body up like it was nothing. Because at the time, I was 280. I don't care about y'all know my weight. I don't care. Just did it like it was nothing. So he turned me over and he started enjoying the cake. Eating this cake, eating it up. And he loved every piece of it. And I loved every feeling of it. Mm-hmm. So he's like, well, now that that's ready, he's like, you ready for the I was like, yeah. So he flips me again. I'm like, this nigga just keep flipping me. But flips me again, and I'm like, what's this? Mind you, just don't mind like think about it. I'm like, what's this?
Today. Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God, what is that?
I'm like, oh shit, this missionary. I was like, okay. I was like, I wasn't thinking nothing too much. I was like, okay, it's just him lock eyes. That lock eye thing does something because he starts to look at me as he's going in. I'm like, hold up. Whoa. Like mine is like, when I tell y'all missionary is definitely heaven sent, that shit is heaven sent. Like, y'all, like, and don't y'all, whatever's be coming up in the comments, be like, oh, you're, people talk about nothing for heaven and all. I don't care. That was sent from heaven. Missionary, yeah. Because that position gave everything it was supposed to give. And that put him right there at number 2. Like to this day, he sits at number 2. Sam sits at number 2. Sam has literally the spot of number 2. Because he went to work. And he did that. He did his big one. Yeah. So, I was like, oh my gosh. Like, he was literally just tearing my ass up. Turning me every which way but loose. But loose. I enjoyed every second of it. I was just like, damn, like, this nigga, like, I don't know. So I'm like, I don't want to leave. Like, nothing. So, after that, he went down again, gave me hit again, and I promise you, like, it was several times where he did, give me some top, and I think it was like probably 3 or 4 that he pulled out of me. It was somewhere around that. Yeah. So when I told y'all I remember the time, did I rewind? If y'all need to rewind back, still y'all can go back and remember the time, whatever. If not, if you remember, yeah, it was around between 8 and 9 o'clock when I got there. By the time I left, it was like 3, almost 4 o'clock in the morning. Longest time I ever did it. Longest time. But he still sits at number 2 because, yeah, he wasn't number 1, but he had somebody came and took the crown. But we'll get into that later. Yeah, so what happened after I get home and stuff and we still talking and whatnot. And then I don't know why my dumbass did not get his number. Because he wanted me to come back. We was talking about coming back and stuff. But something happened with my Jack'd account. It's like I lost everything in there. Messages with everybody gone. Just gone. I don't even know what happened. I tried to contact her to be like, yo, what happened? They was like, it was an error in there and then whatever. But they was like, there's nothing they could do to like restore messages and stuff. So I was like, so ever since then, I ain't never been able to find him. I don't remember which number the apartment was because I will say, don't do too much. But I pulled up to that apartment like a year after because I had a car or whatever. I got me a car after my first year of college and stuff. Pulled up to that apartment when I came to visit my friends and stuff. And I couldn't remember. And I didn't want to just go knock on every door. But I should have. But I was like, what if you don't live here no more? So I went back home. Well, I went back to my friend's place or whatever. But yeah, so to this day, I have not been able to find Sam. I'm so like, cause I need that. Sorry, I need that. But yeah, that's just how that ended. Like that was literally just like such a tragedy. Like I feel like if I didn't lose his info, I feel like I would probably still be talking to him this day. But yeah. But yeah, y'all, that's about wraps up this video. Yeah, so y'all just stay tuned for some more content and stuff, and y'all DM me, hit me up on Instagram for any ideas and stuff. And yeah, I'll push that content out to y'all. Why? Because I love y'all. And y'all love me. So we're gonna do just that. But yeah, until the next YouTube video, you guys, I'll see you guys later. Bye.